I'm supposed to do a new sheep painting to replace the one that's sold, and I was trying to. I wanted to be working on that today, but I'm still not done with the composition. Still haven't got it how I would really like it.
That's a large one, right? You're gonna do the large one?
Yeah, I put some of my compositions. I tend to take JPEGs off of my Photoshop as I'm going, so that I can see what I've been doing and how it's. Plus, so I can like show people this is what. So my thought process kind of bounces around. So I thought I'd show people. Well, I'll show you guys because you're on early.
Oh, you don't have to. We can wait. Yeah.
Well, it's all in the video. It will all be in the video. 2020.
So you're taping now, right?
Yeah. Thanks. I'll show you. This is what I wanted to work on today, but this is as far as I got. And I don't really like this. I don't know. There's some stuff I still don't like about it. This is what I started. I had a bunch of sheep in here. Had a bunch of sheep photos in here, and so I took this one, and I started rearranging, and I took some out, and moved some around. I switched this front one, and then I was like, okay, well, I like these. Kind of like this, but the only thing I don't like about that one is that nothing's looking at the viewer. And I've learned from experience that there's got to be at least one subject looking at the viewer. Get that engagement in. I don't know why, but that's probably why the big sheep that were all staring, except for the one that sold, and it was bigger, sold before that other one that I have that's called Connection Timed Out, where they're looking in opposite directions. I love that painting. That's more of a painting. That's more of an artist's painting rather than a collector's painting, I think. But nobody's looking at the viewer on that one. So it's like, well, I like this one, but it wasn't going to really work. I was cropping and maneuvering, trying to figure out dimensions. I was still working with that one. And I flipped it to see what it looked like, but I did like it better the other way. So then I brought in this other one that is looking at the viewer. Kind of like this one, but I didn't like how both of these are connected. Both of these are connected over here on this side.
Right.
On this side, and nobody's connected on the other side. I'm finally getting warm here. Turn this off. So I'm still playing around with it. I snuck this other little baby in there.
Oh, I like the baby.
But this here to me seems kind of more complicated of a scene, and the title just wasn't coming to me. That sometimes I have to work with what am I going to call it, and I don't know. So this might be, a possibility for, to change out some of this and do something in the future with that. But I took that out and I played around more with.
What if you took out the front one and had the baby in the front with the other sheep?
Yeah, I don't like the whole big body right there in your face.
That's a possibility.
Yeah, because
I think maybe I didn't have the whole body of this sheep. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at my. I have to go back and look at my original photos.
You must have.
I've got like a ton of sheep photos, but there are limitations. I got to go off what I've got.
And the light source.
I do kind of like this big. I like the abstractness of the separation of shapes.
Okay.
Personally, I like this big shape, this big woolly shape right there in front. And so I kind of like that. I like the expression on this one.
Yes.
Kind of like she knows something that they don't, or I don't know. So I'm playing around with those ones in the back to see. I had this one on the far left. I had that one over farther for a little bit, but the body on that one is going like this. So it's got sunlight shining on the back end of it.
Okay.
And there wasn't enough contrast, too much sunlight on the back. I like how the other three are more shadowy because their bodies are turned the other direction. I think about these things, where am I going to have my contrast? And where am I going to have my...
Oh, I could spend forever doing composition and loving it. And loving it,
What if you cut off half of that front sheep, moved it over to the right a little? So she's kind of, her head is more in the middle of those other sheep. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So
I'm
she's kind
kind
of
of.
looking more at you.
I might have had something like that. I think it was because I'm not sure if I like the legs on the back sheet.
Gotcha.
If I move her over, then I got to show some legs
Grass.
on the back sheet.
Yeah, you could put lots of grass.
And besides, I like this. What I like about this one is that I was going to call it something like "She Goes Her Own Way," meaning she's going this way,
Right.
and everybody else is going the other way. So it's that directional sort of thing, which is emphasized by having her way over, at least in my mind. And it's that push and pull thing too. You know, like all of these heads are looking that way, but it's balanced by her being way over there on the other side.
You don't find that her back cuts your painting in half?
It does kind of, but
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay.
Like I have.
What are you going to have to circle the eye back around? That's where I don't know where to look. That's the problem.
No.
That's why I like the baby. Everybody likes babies.
Everybody likes babies.
I want to. You could call that one. I want to be a big boy now.
I just have to put, you know.
See, right away, your eye goes right to that baby. I want to be a big boy.
Let's just get against the dark shape. Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Huh.
But that's a totally different painting. That's a totally.
Yeah, it is. I have to please
directional.
me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, I like some of the landscapes. My hair is sticking out. It's crazy. This hair is just crazy. Sometimes earlier on, I was looking at this and I had this strand of hair that was just like coming straight out from behind my ear. This has to do with like how I put my hair back there and then how the glass like tangles up with my glasses. Anyway, I like the landscapes of Gustav Klimt. And he had some. My favorite ones are when he's got these huge trees, like fruit trees. And it's all like one value, basically, flat. But lots of texture going on in those trees. And then tiny little trunks of trees and a little bit of grassy fields down here. So it's like all of this block and a little bit of something else. And I really like that. So I'm kind of thinking here, you know, we got all that wool. When I'm composing, I'm kind of, if I can successfully separate my subject from my composition, from the compositional process, that's when I feel like I'm really being creative. When I go and do something like that and throw the baby in there, I'm doing the business person part of my brain is doing that so that it will sell quicker. People will like it, you know. So I'm kind of torn in two different directions. Do I want to do what I want to do just for the sake of my art? Or do I want to do something that sells? Well, of course I want to do something that sells. So I do all these small ones because they sell easier.
You know, I think it has to do with a lot with the color you're going to use too on the other one. You know, that whole expansion of the body. You know,
well, this is not, you know, this isn't really color adjusted yet.
No.
Like I'll show you the other two. Like these are two of my earlier ones. Oh, the other one didn't download. But this was my first one. It was called Counting Sheep.
Yeah, I like
the first one of the whole sheep series.
God, I love that. That is so gorgeous.
Yeah.
Did you paint with that?
Yeah, actually, yeah. This is the photo. This is the photo composition. And it was quite a while back.
Oh, okay.
I did some editing because this, you can't see what I'm doing. That little face right there has sunlight on it. And the painting was done. I thought the painting was done, and I was sitting over by the doorway, and I looked at it, I'm like, something's wrong with that. It's because if that little shape, which was cropped out of a different photo and stuck in there, was really down there in that position, not have sunlight on it, it would be in shadow.
Yeah.
So I had to go and change the whole face to make it shadowier, make it in shadow. That was a little bit of a challenge because I had to sort of, you know, try to figure out how it would look if it was shadowed. But that's what I did with that one before I was finished with it.
You're right about when they look at you, it makes such a difference.
And then the one thing I didn't like about this one, I thought that could be improved, which I think I improved with the following one, was that I liked how none of these were really looking right at the viewer, except for these two. But I think it would have been better if only one of them, not two of them, had been looking at the viewer.
Mhm.
Like maybe if that one had been looking, but this one had been like just angled off a little bit. Or angled back this way or something, I don't know.
Mhm.
This was one of the other ones. This was the third one, I think. And in between that and the other one, I did one. But see
Oh,
how
yeah,
this one is looking and everybody else is not. But it's the
That does
those
make a difference.
angles and the flow.
Oh,
Is
the
it-
flow is amazing.
A good flow. Yeah.
So
You are
that's
so amazing at
that's what
composition.
started, and so I'm trying to. It's like when I guess I could keep making the same composition over and over with little variations,
Mhm.
but
Change the color.
it's kind of because I could try to change the color, but I just love those colors. I just love doing my shape. I love those colors. I don't want to change them yet. Like try a different color scheme or something. I don't know how that would work,
Yeah.
but
Not when you're doing it in sunlight. I mean that color scheme is amazing for sunlight.
Well,
and
it'd
I
be a
still,
challenge.
so to me, to keep doing these, I feel like I have to progress, do something different with compositions.
Hmm.
And I had one that's called, I don't have it in here, I'd have to look online. It's called Sheep Schemes, which is it's a 24 by 36 horizontal. And I really like that one too. It was 4 sheep kind of, and they looked like the high school clique, that has like little groups of people over here and then one person over there. And I liked that one too.
You should use
Anyway.
posse in your next title. Sheep posse.
Then I'd have to have I don't know. Well, I did do a pirate sheep. I did a pirate sheep painting, but I don't consider that part of this particular series because it was not my photo reference. It was somebody else's photo that they sent me, and I just moved some elements a little bit. But that one was really fun, and that sold pretty quick too. It was two
Gotta have
sheep,
fun.
two sheep in the front. One was the main one, and then one was like right behind it to the side, and then behind them in the back was like this whole herd of sheep. They were all kind of looking at you. How sheep do when you first come up upon them, they all look at you. And so the ones in back were a little bit out of focus because the photo was like that. And so it's like, okay, I can paint it like that. And the ones in front were really clear. And there was a tag on each ear of the front ones. And as I was painting the tags, I thought, boy, this really looks like earrings.
Yeah.
And so that gave me then the title came to me, and I made gold hoop earrings in the front one, and I called them pirate sheep. And of course, they were all girls. None of them had horns, so they weren't rams. They were sheep. They were ewes. So
Cute.
those are my pirate girls, pirate sheep. Anyway, so that was what I was hoping to do. This whole week was nothing happening this week.